Good morning to all my lovely students. Beta, we have already done present tense as well as past tense. Now it is time to start future tense. First of all, we will start with simple future tense. In simple future tense, I would like to tell you that we have helping verbs shall and will. And shall is used with I and we, and will is used with he, she, it, you, they. Means rest all except I and we will is used. Now I would like to tell you the structure of simple future tense. It's in affirmative sentences it is subject plus will, shall plus first form of verb plus object. In negative sentences, it is subject plus will shall plus not plus first form of verb plus object. And in interrogative sentences, as we know, helping verb is used first, will and shall according to the subject, will shall plus subject plus first form of verb and object with question mark. Now I would like to tell you the uses of simple future tense. First of all, students, this tense is used to express an action which will take place at some time in future. It's not fixed. Like he will help you, my friend will be 17 next month. Means to describe simple future event. We make use of simple future tense. Second use is quite important in conditional sentence. We have learned all the three conditionals. In first conditional, as I told you, if the subordinate clause is in present indefinite, then the principal clause is used in simple future tense. The example is cited in front of you. I shall buy a car when the prices comes down. I shall buy a car is principal clause. When the prices comes down, it's subordinate clause. I shall buy the car, it is written in future simple future tense. When the prices comes down, it is written in present indefinite. She will come if you write to her. If you write to her, she will come. Subordinate clause is in present tense, present indefinite tense, and principal clause is given in future indefinite or simple future tense, as you can see. For it is used for actions decided at the moment of speech. I have a toothache, I will take some medicine. This tense is used to describe an action decided at the moment of speech when it is spoken. For unplanned future action, as I have already told you, yes, beta, for offering, asking for request, promise, order, command, threat. In this situation, I would like to tell you that in this situation, when we want to make some promise, when there is some threat, when we want to order someone, in that situation, with we and I, will is used, and with he, she, it, you, and they, shall is used. As you can see in the example, I'm afraid we will get wet. I will see you. है ना? I will see you. Although in simple sentences with I and we, shall is used, But in case of threat, order, command, promise, strong determination, we make use of will with I and we, and with the rest of the pronouns, shall is used. For thoughts, predictions, assumptions, sureness, fears about future, I promise I won't tell this to anyone. Students, will plus not becomes won't. I suppose, as far as the uses of simple future tense are clear to you, number one, I would like to tell you that it is used to express an action which will take place at some time in future, means unplanned future actions. Second one is in conditional sentences. Third one is in case you want to show promise, threat, order, command, with I and we, will is used, and with the rest of the pronouns, shall is used. Only in that situation. I suppose simple future tense is clear. Future Now move on to future continuous tense. In future continuous tense, the helping verb is will be, shall be. And shall be is used with I and we, and will be is used with rest of the pronouns he, she, it, they, and you. Now, in affirmative sentences, the structure is in front of you subject, thereafter will plus be plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. As given in the example is in front of you. I will be singing in the concert tomorrow. Thereafter, in negative sentences, the structure is subject plus will plus not plus be plus first form of verb plus ing. I will not be singing in the concert tomorrow. And in interrogative sentences, first of all, will, thereafter subject plus be plus first form of verb and object. The example is, will you be singing in the concert tomorrow? This is all about the structure of future continuous tense. Now we will discuss the uses of it. For students, as in present continuous tense, we make use to express an action going on at the time of speaking. Past continuous tense is used to express an action which was going at some time in past, and obviously future continuous tense is used to express an action which will continue at some time in future. Example is in front of you. At this time tomorrow I shall be watching the film. And second use of future continuous tense is to express certain program or plan of future. Any program, any plan of future, we make use of shall be, will be to express this. The example is, I shall be doing this work till the end of this month. This is the plan that he shall be doing a particular work till the end of the month. Now future continuous is also finished. Now we will move on to future perfect. Students, in future perfect tense, the helping verbs are will be and shall be. As I have already told you that in every perfect third form of verb is used. So we have the examples of affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. First of all, we will discuss the structure. The structure of affirmative sentences is subject, thereafter will, shall, plus have, plus we three, plus object. as given in the example, he will have done it by this evening. And in negative sentences, the structure is subject plus will plus not plus have plus V3 plus object. He will not have done it by this evening. And in interrogative, the structure is will plus subject plus have plus V3 plus object. Will he have done it by this evening? As far as the structure is concerned, it is clear to all of you. Now it's time to discuss the uses of future perfect tense. This tense is used to talk about an action that will finish before a certain time in the future, but we don't know exactly when. The example is in front of you, means it is used to express an action which will finish before a certain time in future, but it is not clear exactly when that work will finish. Example is, by this time tomorrow night we will have arrived in Australia. Next use of future perfect tense is to talk about an action that will be completed before another event takes place. To talk about an action that will be completed before another event takes place. For example, she will have learned the Chinese before she moves to China. And in this action, as I have stated that one action will be completed, the action which will be completed is written in future perfect tense before another event takes place, and the other event which takes place before this, after this, is written in present indefinite tense. You have to keep this use in mind, students. When we talk about two actions, one action will be completed before another event takes place, and the completed action which will be completed in future is expressed in future perfect tense, and the other event takes place is written in simple future tense. And the third use of future perfect tense is to express conviction that something happened in near future. To express conviction that something happened in near past, sorry. The guest will have arrived at the hotel by now. To make conviction, to make assumption that something happened in near past. The guest will have arrived at the hotel by now. This is the assumption. In this tense, time expressing words like by Monday, by January, before Tuesday, before Monday, before January, before February, these expressions are used. I suppose future perfect is also clear to all. Now move on to future perfect continuous tense. Future perfect continuous tense, we have the helping verbs will have been and shall have been. In affirmative sentences, the structure is subject plus will shall have plus been plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. In negative sentences, the structure is subject plus will shall plus not plus have been plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. And in interrogative sentences, the structure is will shall plus subject plus have been plus first form of verb plus object. The examples are in front of you. The example of affirmative sentence of future perfect continuous is I will have been eating vegetables for 3 months. Example of negative is I won't have been eating vegetables for 3 months. And the example of interrogative is will you have been eating vegetables for 3 months? As far as structure is concerned, I have cleared everything. Now we will discuss the usage. First use of future perfect continuous tense is to express an action which will continue at some time in future. For example, he will have been playing cricket for 2 hours. He will have been playing. Next example is by the end of this month, I shall have been teaching here for 5 years. In this tense, students, by plus time expressing word is used in future perfect continuous. And for you must keep this thing in mind, in future perfect continuous tense, for point of time, from is used in place of since. From is used in place of since in future perfect continuous tense for point of time. Now we have discussed all the tenses. I hope the concept is clear to all of you. Thank you, beta.